Hello, everybody. Well, looks like we're live today, or this night tonight. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for two people to jump on the live cast. We're not gonna be here too long. I'm thinking 15 minutes till 8:45 is when I'm gonna pull the plug on this. So we're gonna start on time. We have one. We're gonna wait for one more person. All right, we're gonna wait for one more person. And today we're talking about women's fat loss help. All right. Hey, Julie, I can't see. So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna get right into it. Share, like, tag your girlfriends, anybody you know who works out, who's a woman. So this is just for women. This is for women who want to know like what's going on when they're working out during that time of the month. So tag your friends or like and whoever does that. So this is generally speaking. So if you have PCOS, you're gonna have to vary. You're gonna have to kind of like just take like what's relevant and then focus more on your case. But this is women, generally speaking. All right. So before we get into it, I'm gonna be Captain Obvious for a second. I'm a dude. Shocker, spoiler alert. So I'm not a woman, but I do know what women go through when they're working out, when they're trying to lose weight and change their bodies around. I have a 98% clientele with women. So I'm able, and I've been doing it for about 3 or 4 years, and most of my clients have been women, about 98%. So I'm pretty keen on what women go through in the gym, their struggles, and what they're trying to achieve, and how frustrated it becomes, whether they're heavier week one, like they lost weight, they feel great week one, and week two and week three, they're just not the same person. So today, the whole point of this is we're going to talk about exactly like your time of the month and how that affects your performance in the gym and outside of the gym. So we're going to talk mostly about that and what's going on with you biological and how this affects you. So for the sake of simplicity, we're going to break this down into two phases for you, all right? Talking about your menstrual cycle and when you're working out through this time of the month. So we're going to break it up in two phases. And tonight, we're only talking about the first phase, which we broke down into phase, it's the follicular phase. So the first 14 days. So it's pre-ovulation before the egg drops. All right. And the major things that you want to focus on the major hormone that is present is estrogen and during this phase. So estrogen usually gets a bad rep. Oh, on Wednesday, we'll talk about the luteal phase, which is we'll talk. That's very important. But tonight we'll talk about the follicular phase, and the most important thing you need to know about the follicular phase is that it's estrogen dominant. So estrogen usually gets a very bad rep, but I'm going to tell you why estrogen is actually a really good thing for you, or good hormone during this time. So estrogen, you're very insulin sensitive. The first 14 days, this is what you're going to be feeling. All right, you're going to feel great. You're going to have high energy, high confidence, great body image. You're going to be having personal records in the gym. You're going to be lifting heavier weight. You're going to have lean muscle mass. You're going to be just looking great and feeling phenomenal. Your appetite will be down. You will not have the cravings. All right. You're going to feel awesome. You're very insulin sensitive, which means that your body is burning the carbohydrates that you're putting into your body. So the food that you're eating is burning straight off. So that's the great thing about estrogen. So the reason that your body goes through these hormones is because you're a woman, so your body is preparing you for pregnancy. So even if you want a kid or not, your body is just going to prepare you for pregnancy. That's just the nature of that's just what it is. It's nothing around that. All right, so we talked about how estrogen is really that hormone that's driving the performance, the fat burning. All right, you can actually work out longer and harder. You recover much faster. So you're literally at your peak phase. First days 1 through 14. Life is great. All right, excellent. You're at your lowest weight. So during the beginning of this cycle, the follicular phase, your weight is light. You're at your lowest weight. All right, it's time to start. You want to be very goal driven, get very ambitious, and focus on your goals and get there. So at this phase, you will be losing weight much faster. You'll be gaining strength, developing lean body gains, all that. Your appetites will be under control. All right, you will recover quickly. Like we said, you'll feel invincible. We want to get ambitious goals and focus and drive and put the pedal to the metal. All right, but the bad thing about estrogen, it does, besides burning fat, besides getting lean body mass and all that good stuff, is that it does have sodium. So you will retain water. It will retain higher amounts of water, which means you will be heavier. So as estrogen peaks toward day 13 or 14, right before the second phase, you actually will gain weight. You will not have the energy that you had, which we'll talk much more in detail on Wednesday night, but you will gain weight. So you will not be 5 or 10 pounds down like you were when you first started, you're actually going to start to gain weight due to water retention. So you're not the same person you were when you first started in this short period of time. So that is key, because a lot of my clients who start, they lose initial weight, water weight, and they gain a little strength and muscle, and then they immediately put the weight back on within about 12 to 13 days. And that's very discouraging for them. They hold a lot of clout in that weight on that scale. It literally destroys their day. They're jumping on the scale every day. And because I don't know if they're aware of what's going on within them, that's the point of this, is that the estrogen is peaking, and you're retaining much more water than you were at the beginning. You're going to be, the carbohydrates are going to be sticking to you, which we'll be talking about Wednesday, much more, phase 2. But these two hormones trump all right? Remember, women, they respond internally. Like, as you know, as a woman, you respond, what's going on internally, it shows like externally, right? So if you have any type of stress, heavy stress levels, or anything that's really bothering you, that also will result in weight gain, result in low self-confidence. Whatever it is, it's going to result in cravings. All that is how you will respond. So that trumps everything I'm saying. So if you have high stress and insulin, you're taking a lot of, like, you're eating a lot of sugar, or you're very insulin, you have some type of like insulin issues, that will trump what I'm saying here. So keep that in mind. All right, just want to make that in there. All right, but as you know, if you're a woman and you're working out and you want to burn fat, you have to have a plan. You have to have a nutritional plan, especially what we talked about the hormones. You need to understand what's going on in your body and how to get these gains. I know how to get there. So what I'm doing now is, if you are looking for a plan that can get you into burning more fat, turning into muscle, and being stable while you're in these up and down like phases of working out, go to the website, Authentic Cost, apply for coaching. We'll set you with a 10-minute call. And one last thing I want to say is, don't compare yourself to men. All right, men have testosterone. It keeps us very level. So that's how men can eat whatever they want at any time of the month and still kind of just maintain somewhat of a respectable body shape. All right, so if you see somebody, a married couple, for example, I know she said that her and husband went on a 25-day cleanse, 30-day cleanse. They ate the same thing, did the same workouts. He lost like 26 pounds. She lost 3 before. So it shows it's a hormonal thing. It's biological, biochemical differences why women have to have a specific plan and why men have to have a specific plan, because you are not the same biologically to do, or whatever the case is. You have to have a customized plan to really get to where you want to get to. So if you're looking, like we said, go on the website and check that out. I left a reference link in the description, so read the study. This is scientifically proven. So I'm not just saying this because it sounds good, or because, I'm just, it just seems like it makes sense. It's so scientifically proven. Women have been divided up into groups in the 2 different phases, and the ones in the beginning of the group, the follicular phases, have had these results we're talking about. On Wednesday, we're going to talk about what the second group experienced and why they experienced that. All right, that's pretty much it for the night. If you have any questions, comments, please check it out. I think I want to get to Giselle's comment. She asked me something in the group that I want to. So what do you have to do? Good question. I'm going to talk about that on Wednesday. But for the very moment, Giselle, to answer your question, what you have to do, because we talked about the wine thing for you in the group. So if you need me to give you a personal message in the group, let me know. But initially, what women have to do is you have to watch your diet. You have to watch your food intake. You have to watch your stress levels. You want to make sure that you're able to kind of like zen yourself out. I know you do yoga, you meditate. That's a great start. But it's all about stress levels and being aware of where you're at that time of the month or through your cycle. Because if you're at this phase 2, so if you're in phase 1, you're getting great gains, you're losing weight, but then you jump on the scale, every 4 days. This is why I don't encourage people to jump on the scale, for this primary reason why. This is exactly what the scale will do to you. It will destroy you if you're not aware of what's going on in your body. So if you're in phase 1, or your day, like say 8 or 9 or 10, and then you go into your body, your hormone goes into like this phase 2, you're going to significantly gain weight. You're not going to be the same person. And we'll talk more about that on Wednesday. But right now, watch your stress levels, get your water, meditate, focus on training, and just keep being awesome. Keep liking, keep commenting. I see Nancy and Chris join. What's up, everybody? So this is for the people, and I personally train group fitness, so I know, like, when women, I can kind of start to gauge like where women are at as far as their performance in classes. Because I know if people are usually high energy, but they come in feeling like feeling like shit, because it's really not their fault and they get upset about that. But we'll go much more later to that on Wednesday. I don't want to drop too much of Wednesday's talk about that. Check out the study in the description. I put it in there. All right, check out the site. We talked about meal prepping, when to expect results. And I'm going to actually make this into a blog, which I'll be dropping on, I think, Saturday. I'm going to aim for Saturday. It's already written. I just got to edit it. So it's going to be on Saturday. It's going to be about ladies. So this is just for ladies. Tag your friend. And we'll take one question if I can see it. It's kind of hard for me to see the comments, but can I see? No, I can't see the comments. If this was helpful, let me know, all right? If this was helpful, let me know. Post in the comments. Post what you're struggling with. Hello, everybody. Tiffany Black Queen. We're wrapping up, but I will wrap up real quick. I'll give a quick rundown what you missed, but please make sure you watch the whole thing. Basically, when women are training, you guys are days. We're going to break it down into 2 phases, day 1 through 14 and day 14 through day 30, all right? And day 1 through 14 this is called the follicular phase. They're the main difference between day 1, phase 1 and phase 2 are 2 hormones. One is estrogen, the other one is progesterone, but today we're talking about estrogen. So estrogen's properties are, it helps you burn fat, you'll gain much more lean body strength and muscle, you'll lose weight, your appetite will be down, you will be much lighter, you'll feel greater, your performance will be high, all that good stuff, feeling good, hitting personal records, feeling awesome, feeling strong. This is phase 1 through 14. The small caveat about estrogen is that it helps you maintain water. So you have high water retentions when it peaks. So you will be heavier than you were on week like 2.5 as opposed to when you started. So this is why you don't need to weigh every day. And I know that this is a problem in women's workout world, is because women weigh themselves every single day and they're upset every time the scale does this. But it's chemistry, and it's proven scientifically that this will happen, that it's going to happen. So you have to be prepared for it, and you have to understand that. So estrogen is going to help you burn way more fat. It's going to help you feel awesome. You're going to feel like Wonder Woman, all that good stuff. But 2 things you have to focus on. That basically cortisol. Cortisol is one hormone that if you're constantly stressed and always stressed out, all this just scratch what I just said, because you need to focus on your stress levels, because your stress levels will, without a doubt, trump everything I just said. All right. And also in phase 1, you can definitely eat more and all that. We're wrapping up, everybody. So if you have any last minute questions, that's that. We will be continuous on Wednesday night at 8:30. Tag a friend, share if you thought this was valuable. Last chance. We have a last mention. Check out the site. Apply for a coaching spot. We're opening a women's fat burning program, individually tailored for individual women. So it's not a group program. It's for individual people, because everybody's different. Everybody's biochemistries. So we want to keep people motivated, or just really focus within on themselves. So I hope this raised some awareness. If this did, comment below, tag a friend. I don't know. I want to go eat some. I just made some tacos, so I'm about to go eat those. Unless you're in phase 1. It's not funny. Phase 1. But yeah, all right. Anything I could do to help, just let me know. I'll get back to you. Let me see if I can read one comment before we get up out of here. Basically, make sure you check out the study. It's a national study. It's basically a science-backed study on everything I just said. All right, everything I just said, it will be in a graph, in a chart. I broke it down for you as best I could, but you have another source, another reference. That's all I have to say tonight. I got to go train people at 5 a.m. tomorrow, so I'm not really going to be hanging around too long. You can contact me on the site, or just comment here, and we'll get back to you. Any comments, leave, tag your friends, share. Talk to you soon. Thank you for the support, and let's keep going, folks. Peace.